H.
Back in West Delaware volleyball, Brett Mather, the head coach, 2-0 so far on the night. Started off late afternoon with Makokata and taking down the Benton Community Bobcats. What are you most happy about with how your team played so far in 2 matches here in the conference tournament?
Well, overall, I think our defense is getting more disciplined. That's something we focused on this last week. So, I'm obviously looking at that a lot. And overall, I think we're doing a pretty good job defensively of maintaining our base positions and what we need to be looking for. And serve receive. We know when we make a bad pass now, and I think we're focusing more on obviously doing what we need to make good passes there. So when we're in system, we're a pretty nice team. When we're out of system, we have to go big and high to the outsides, and we're a struggling team. So serve, receive, and defense is a big part of our success in order to compete.
A tournament-like atmosphere here, one that you faced, went 2 and 3 on Saturday at the Westside Invitational. Good experience for your team against some bigger schools and some very good teams.
Oh, absolutely. You look at the record 2 and 3 and you say, wow, that's a rough day. But we walked out of there with a lot of confidence, to be quite honest. We played some great teams, and I felt like we competed against most of the great teams there. I felt like we had one bad game against Columbus there, but overall, other than that, I thought we competed real well, and that's all you ask of your team. Go out there, compete, put it on the line, and I thought we played with a lot of heart, a lot of energy, and that's what you want your squad to do.
Talking about test and competing, it'll be that with Center Point Urbana here, the final match of a pool play in the conference tournament here tonight. A top 10 ranked team in Class 4A, just into Class 4A this year for the first time, and the Stone Pointers got to see them during the last couple matches off here, and they look pretty good.
Oh, absolutely. Center Point's a highly ranked team, and deservedly so. They've got some offensive weapons. We're going to have to take advantage a little bit of their defense. I think if we're in system a lot of the match, I think that we can take advantage of their defense. But that also is they're going to try to do the same thing to us. Their offense is phenomenal. So we got to just stay disciplined on defense, make some digs here and there, and try to side out volleyball is keep it nice and close, and then give yourself an opportunity at the end.
All right, thanks for your time. We'll talk to you later on.
All right, thanks, Bush.
Brett Mather, head coach of the West Delaware Hawks. John and Jamie back with you as we are overlooking the gymnasium court here in Makokata as the Hawks get ready to take on Center Point Urbana here in the final match of pool play here on this Tuesday night. We'll have all the coverage from Marion. We'll let you know tomorrow who and when the Hawks will play tomorrow, or Thursday, I should say, starting at either 4 or 5 o'clock on Thursday afternoon or evening from Marion High School, as the Hawks are 2-0 with wins over Makokata Benton Community, as Center Point Urbana with 2 victories so far tonight over Benton Community and Makokata as well. And this should be a good one. Hawks got to play well to compete with the Storm Pointers here.
Well, they will, and Coach Mather talks about it. They're a very good team, and there's a reason that they're ranked so high in Class 4A. As Joanna Boss gets the first kill for the Hawks there, is just underway. But they just going to have to come play that fundamental volleyball that Coach Mather was talking about.
Benton beat Makokata 2-0, and Anamosa beat Benton Shellsburg 2-0. And the matches right before us. Before that, it was Center Point over Makokata 2-0, and Beckman over Benton Shellsburg 2-0. So we have not had a set go to the losing team yet tonight. It's been all 2-0 wins. A little tippity-tap at the neck there by Center Point Urbana, Abigail Wiedemann. Wiedemann is a senior, and she is on her way to play volleyball at South Dakota next year, as Delaney McSweeney, a junior, has an offer on the table from Wake Forest. This one's hit sideways and out of bounds as the Hawks get the point. 2-1 here, Hawks with the early lead.
That was Claire Demmer hitting just a nice hit. It got blocked, but right out of bounds. So Claire Demmer bringing the heat that time.
So the Hawks and Center Point Urbana, Beckman and Independence be on the floor to our left. So we are 19 minutes ahead of schedule at 7:41. Our start time here tonight with scheduled 8 o'clock, the final match. So we are running ahead of schedule as we have been all night with those quick early matches and everything going 2-0. So it's been a good night here in Makokata as far as getting home at a decent time. And there is a hard slot down there by Delaney McSweeney, the juniors. I talked about an offer from Wake Forest on the table, and also she has looks from Minnesota and Iowa. So 3 Division I schools looking at the tall junior Delaney McSweeney as she comes in on the year with 116 kills. They have 4 on the 100 mark. We're tied at 2. As this one is a sideways bump, left to right. Baskey to Clutch. Bumped over the net now. And now a front set, right to left. Short on into the net that time by Heather Hines. As the Pointers have the 1-point lead now. McSweeney has 116. Allison Woolbridge, the senior, has 141 kills. Emily Kono, a sophomore, 179. 339 for Wiedemann. There's a running side sweep by Wiedemann. And boy, she placed that ball high enough. Price could not get a handle on that. It's 4-2 in favor of CPU. As Allison Woolbridge, the senior, daughter of Andy and Annie Lammers from the Manchester area. A lot of relatives back in Manchester. And a commit of Drake basketball. And she'll play for the Lady Bulldogs.
I think if we continue to say good things about Allison tonight, maybe my neighbor, her grandmother, will bring over some goodies for me.
Oh, great baker is Grandma Lois. 5-2, and there's a swat down in the back row. And that's Woolbridge. Woolbridge, the senior, with her first kill of the night. The timeout. Coach Mather wants to settle the troops down right away. Has a side conversation with Macy Kleitch. It's 6-2, a 4-point lead. We'll keep it right here. As another thing we were going to keep our eyes and ears on here tonight throughout the night was Cubs baseball. The Cubs, of course, postponed until tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon, I should say, at 3:08, as rained out in Chicago on this Tuesday night. So Game 4 coming up with the Cubs leading 2-1. And Dusty Baker not holding back on his feelings. I'm not sure why he felt the need to open up and talk about things. Says the moldy air in Chicago has his players feeling under the weather. Well, that's interesting.
That's where my comment came from earlier.
Yes.
The gym at Makokata does not have mold.
Or the locker room.
Or the locker rooms. I was kind of
we didn't
making fun of Dusty Baker's comment.
We didn't go into detail on that earlier, but yeah, that's where that came from. Is here we are back underway, and there's Claire Dimmer. Swats it over, then a little dump down. It was hit back to her by the Storm and Pointers there. But Dimmer goes up and gets the block. As hitting that back to her was Jessica Grunmeyer, a senior. As the 6-3 lead, 3-point advantage here for CPU, the 7th-ranked team in Class 4A. They have a 29-9 record. There's a hard hit to the back row and snuck it in as Collier couldn't get there. 29-9 overall with 2 more wins tonight. They're 16-1 overall in the season. And here in the tournament over WAMAC teams, and 7-0 first place in the West Division of the WAMAC Conference. Center Pointer banner. The Hawks now are 23-17 overall, 9-4 against WAMAC opponents. 4th place in the East Division with that 4-3 mark. This one is a serve out of bounds on the service error there by CPU.
That was Wiedemann.
As Wiedemann cannot connect on the Hawks half of the court. Now we have substitution as Pete Lindauer comes in to serve. It's Baskey and Martin in the middle with Kleitch, Lauren Collier, and Hines up front. 7-4 CPU. Here's a wallop and a block down by Lauren Collier. As hitting it hard there on the left side was CPU's check that, Emily Kono, the sophomore. She's the 2nd leading kill artist on the team with 179. As this ball is hit awkwardly under the net and down, the Hawks with the 1-point disadvantage now, only trailing by 1, 7-6. And served over, a little fake back set. Baskey, nice cover, popped her up for Hines. Now it's swatted over by Kleitch. The back set there, the hammer by Woolbridge. Allison Woolbridge brought the heat that time, and Baskey felt the brunt of it. A hard hitter there by Woolbridge. 8-6.
I think it may have gotten her in the face.
It did. Did appear to, anyway. She'll tough that one out.
She better.
If she takes any example from you, I would hope. Have you ever taken a volleyball to the face, though? I'm sure it can't feel good. There's a hard hit, and it killed down
recently
there by Lauren Collier.
Yes.
In gym class, maybe back in the day.
Yeah.
Line drive over by Vasky off the serve. 8-7. Hawks trail by 1. Popped up by Martin. Front set. Little tippity tap over there by Collier. Back set. The hit and off of Collier's block. Diving effort by Vasky. Can't get to it. And the kill point that time goes to number 14, Callan Fox, a junior.
And for Fox, her first kill of this first set is CPU just Hawks trying to battle back, and that one's going to be an ace serve that time. As out there is Morgan Huseman, and she found that spot where the Hawks couldn't get to it defensively. But as I was saying, the Hawks trying to battle back, but CPU kind of clinging to that 1- and 2-point lead.
The junior Huseman angles towards Allie Martin. Here is Collier hitting over. Is tipped at the net by McSweeney. Now the Hawks try to answer, and short-arming it into the top of the net is Macy Kleitz, and the Hawks trail by 4, 11-7 for CPU. Just into Class 4A for the first time ever. They are the 45th of 48 Class 4A schools, enrollment of 365. Hawks are the biggest school in Class 3A. There is a missed hit out of bounds. Hawks have to point the ball, as only by 4 students is CPU in Class 4A. The Hawks, number 1 of 64 Class 3A teams, enrollment of 318. 8 seniors, 5 juniors, 2 sophomores. The Hawks have 2 seniors, 9 juniors, and 2 sophomores and 2 freshmen. This one is saved by Voss, and now hit over by Collier. Bumped up by Lauren Collier. Front set, hit over, and an empty court space there. Lauren Collier, and it's 11-9 now.
What are they ranked, Switch?
They're number 7 in Class 4A. As one of 2 ranked teams here, Beckman, number 11, went 2-0 and trying to go 3-0 on the night, as they are down 10-9 against Independence on court 1 to our left. Here's a hit over. Nice diving effort by Lindauer. Front set. Collier, little tip by Allison over. Nice cover by Kriegel, the libero in. Lindauer. Nice volley here. There is a half windmill over and good for Lauren Collier. She gets another kill. She had 16 total in the first 2 sets. As now her 4th here in game number 1 of this 3rd match of the night. And the Hawks are back within 1. This one's angled over to Kriegel. Peyton Kriegel, a sophomore libero. And this one's going to be out of bounds. Hit too hard on the right side by the Storm Pointers. The Hawks have tied this game up at 11. And Coach Kathy Huseman takes a timeout. Timeout, CPU. We're tied at 11. We're back after this from KFCH Sports.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Your number 1 Hawk fans. Auto Owners Insurance and Parrott Insurance is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and farm to keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. For more information, visit me, Eric Smith, at Parrott Insurance in Manchester today.
Great food and great fun with friends. That's what's waiting for you at Beaver's Lounge in Manchester. Check out their Thursday night bucket of wings special and Friday night fish special. Beaver's also has a different lunch special every Monday through Friday. Beaver's Lounge on the corner of Main and Madison in downtown Manchester. Leave it to Beaver's to show you a good time.
John and Jamie back in with you from Maquoketa. Hawks have taken the lead for the first time in this.
No, they led 1-0.
Second time in this match, thank you. As serve over and then hit back over out of bounds. Hawks lead by 2. Now their largest lead of the set, 13-11. Serving it back left side is Macy Kleitz. She angles it over. Now low 2-handed tapper. Bumped up front, swat down by Collier and the Hawks. With some momentum here. They lead by 3, 14-11. 11. And the 5th kill of the night of this third match, I should say, for Lauren Collier. 261 coming into this match as 11 in the first 2 sets. 16, I should say, in the first 2 sets. This one goes out of bounds off the serve, and CPU will get it back. Emily Kono, the sophomore, goes back middle of the serve. Going left to right, it's 14-12, Hawks by 2. Vasky passes up front, back set, Kleitch to Lauren Collier. Down the line, got it to go. Racing to the sideline was Emily Kono, the sophomore. Couldn't get there in time, and the Hawks increase their lead to 3.
Over here on the other court, Independence leading Beckman right now, 15-12, as they're in set number 1 as well.
As 15-12 here.
I know. It was 15-12 there, too.
Independence was leading.
They were. Beckman just got that point. It's now 15-13.
They usually have the score on the side.
No, they don't. They haven't tonight.
Oh, they haven't?
They've been doing home and away.
Most of the time I've noticed it.
Nope.
They've been doing that way. Here. There is a tap over by Callan Fox, the junior. Got it down right in front of the net there, and the Hawks now up by 2, 15-13. As back middle, Kriegel will serve. That's the way they should do it. That's confusing when they don't.
That one hasn't done it all night.
There's Dimmer. Got it to go. And she gets her 3rd kill here in this set. She came in with 196 after 11 in the first 2 sets with wins over Maquoketa Dayton Community. 3-point lead, 16-13. Allison Collier back to serve, right corner. We'll angle it over to the back middle. It's popped up front. There's a front set. Now rising up and hitting it back row. Collier not able to get hands on it. Allison that was. And getting the kill point that time was the outstanding senior, Abigail Wiedemann, her 4th here in the first set. Comes in leading the way with 339 kills on the year. Jessica Grunmeyer, the senior, serves it over. Well, sideways set. Voss able to get it back after she tried to hit it over the net. It was blocked back over by Wiedemann. Here's a bump set. Wiedemann goes, oh boy, can she hit it hard. That is, she can hit that. And she is not a tall girl.
She's got a lot of up.
She does. She can rise up indeed. And the Storm Pointers have cut it to within 1 now. It's 16-15 Hawks. The back middle. Grunmeyer serving it over. It's hit backwards by Vasky. Now Collier will bump it up front and bumped over by Kleitch. Back set. Here's the hammer by Woodridge off the block up front by Dimmer. Collier now. Dimmer gets a little fingernail on it off the set by Kleitch. Hit down the line. Kleitch plays it. Kleitch passes it to Dimmer from the middle. Lauren Collier smacks it over. 16-15 Hawks here in set 1. The Hawks against CPU, number 17 in Class 4A. This is going to be in the net violation called on the Hawks. And they go up by 2. It's 17-15.
Again, that was on CPU.
17-15. Did I say the Hawks?
Yep.
On the Storm and Pointers, the net violation. Allie Martin back middle. So the Hawks lead by 2, 17-15. Here is Allie Martin. Line drives it over, got an ace. Right in front of Peyton Kriegel, the sophomore, the daughter of Scott Kriegel, AD at Center Point Urbana. Scott, former Maquoketa Valley athletics director, head boys basketball coach. Always takes care of us when we head to Center Point to cover West Delaware athletics for the most part. This one's pinballed around. Quite a valiant effort on the sideline, but out of bounds.
Great effort by the Hawks there. As you know, Vasky went out and she dove for that, and then Kleitch with a great effort just about got that to go as she was falling out of bounds.
This one sent over to Collier. Kleitch now. Hawks lead by 2. This one's hit over Ava Hauser in for the first time tonight. There's a little tap over the block of Macy Kleitch. Is getting that kill point that time is Emily Kono, the sophomore. Hawks by 1, 18-17. Wiedemann rises up for the jump serve. Back row, Collier back set. Dimmer for the hammer. It was blocked initially. Now hit around. Be slammed over in 3 off the block of Dimmer. And another hard hitter, Emily Kono, the sophomore. Coach Mather wants a timeout as we're tied up at 18. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
Sode's Green Acre, located in Guttenberg, offers a fun shopping experience for the entire family. Retro candy, unique gifts and toys, gourmet foods, coffee and tea, top shelf spirits, craft beer and wine, plus a cafe with full bar service. Sode's Green Acre in Guttenberg. Find them on Facebook.
In sports as well as banking, numbers mean everything. Athletes strive for excellence during competition. F&M strives to exceed clients' expectations. Whereas athletes and teams focus on the score, F&M focuses on the success of our valued clients, one relationship at a time. F&M Bank, the right choice. Member FDIC.
Back into Macokota, blocked down by Woldridge. Allison wins the battle at the net, slamming that one two-handed over the top of Claire Demmer. And center point Urbana has taken the lead, 19-18. Wiedemann serves it over. Collier, a little tap up front. And then tossing it over is Demmer. Here is Wiedemann rising up. Baskey's there. Front set, hit over. Now a little tap, but a line violation by Macy Clyde. She tried to tightrope that line there, but could not do it. She stepped right over the mid-court line. And the Hawks are down the game point here, 20-18. Game point here for center point Urbana as Wiedemann will serve it over.
That's it.
As there it is, down. Martin could not get to it in time. And this set number one is in the books here as the Hawks fall 21-18.
Yep.
21-18, our final here in this first one as the Hawks fall in a contest that takes exactly 19 minutes. So the Hawks trail in this match 1-0. And did Beckman just win over here?
They were
up by
two.
And now it's over, and we will get exact score who won that one, but it appears Beckman has won over here. Timeout, come back, get you ready for set number two. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Just like you take pride in your vehicle, we take pride in the service work we provide. This is John from Georgian Auto in Manchester. Whether it's routine maintenance or major repairs, we'll take care of your car and get it back on the road. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is our complete focus.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Call 563-927-3682 to schedule an appointment. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
Contact me, Chad Frazier, at BC Land Services in Earlville for all your maintenance projects such as tree removal and trimming, small dirt work projects, lawn seeding, and more. BC Land Services is fully insured and licensed. Contact me at 563-590-8074 or on Facebook. And best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
Since 1995, Edgewood Feed Mill Construction has provided customers with a quality, pre-engineered building package for their swine facility needs. Edgewood Feed Mill Construction is a general contractor and will assist you with the construction of your livestock facility, start to finish. For more information on Edgewood Feed Mill Construction, contact Steve Harris at 563-920-7835.
This is Fred Smock from Dunlap Motors in Independence with Chevy, Buick, and certified pre-owned Chevy, Buick, and GMC, and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. We have big town inventory with small town service. Go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision, one call does it all, quality guaranteed.
Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Visit them on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
Back into Maquoketa, the Hawks fell in set number 1 of this final match of the night, 21-18. It's the same score that Beckman beat Independence in their first set, 21-18. Hawks taking on Center Point Urbana, which started back up here at 8:03 after that one lasted 19 minutes. As this one falls down, the kill point there by Macy Kleich. As Kleich adds to her point total, only 1 so far here, as she came into this match with 5. After having 5 in the first 2 sets, this one's hit out of bounds. Hawks off to a good start here, 2-0.
Yeah, nice serve there by Lauren. The CPU just couldn't handle it and went straight back out of bounds. And that was one of those low line drive serves by Lauren Collier that time.
Played really well in that first set. Just run out of gas late. Center Point came back and stole the 3-point win. This one smacked over. Now front set, little tap. Whoa, great adjustment at the net by Dimmer, as she looked like she was ready to wallop that ball, but then realized empty court space right in the breadbasket for your dinner rolls after the 8 o'clock hour with some brown gravy to kill and makes it 3-0. Front set. Here is a slap over at the middle of the net. Basket with the cover after Kleich touched it. Joanna Voss puts it over. Not able to get to it. Slight touch off the fingernails of Morgan Huesman, the junior, but it falls down and the Hawks take a 4-0 lead. Great start here in set number 2. Determined not to get shut out here tonight after winning their first 2 matches 2-0. Collier slams it over. Here is a hit right in the middle of the breadbasket there. And the tall tower of Delaney McSweeney, the junior, her second kill of the night.
No. That was a 2-hit violation.
Oh, thank you. They called a 2-hit violation. I didn't think there was much excitement there at CPU. That's why. I did not hear the whistle or see the call. So 2-hit violation. Hawks got credit. They lead 5-0. Slam down, make that 6. Claire Dimmer. How long is Coach Huesman going to let her team play through this? The Hawks with a fantastic start here in set number 2. They lead 6-0. This one for the back middle, angled over by Collier. Up front. Oh, it was near out of bounds. Vasky played it, though, just to be safe. Tapped over by Dimmer. Kriegel bumps it, and it's short on into the net. Thrown in the net by Collier.
That might do it.
There it is. 7-0. Hawks a tremendous start here in this second set, and CPU calls the timeout. We're back after this from KFCH Sports.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank, with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, located at 225 West Main Street in Manchester and 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton.
Back into Maquoketa, as getting the kill point there is Delaney McSweeney. Split the defense in the back row as CPU's on the board here in this second set. Hawks lead 7-1. Vasky gets the first off the serve. Now Allison Collier, great job. Got it past the diving Kringle, going left corner to left side. A great angle placement by Collier as it's 8-1 now. That's her first kill here in this second set as Allison came in with 9 kills after 3 and 6 in the first 2 matches of the night. Collier short on this one, a service error into the net, and it's 8-2. 6-point lead. Vasky and Voss and Collier in the back row. It's Hauser, Kleich, and Dimmer in the front row. Front set. They faked out Dimmer, but coming from the back was Collier, but not faked out was Woldridge. She rose up for the block, got it down, and that's her 4th kill of the night, 8-3 in favor of the Hawks. Here's a short arm into the net. That time by Peyton Kriegel. Coming from the back right corner. Hawks with the 6-point lead, 9-3. They lost the first one, 21-18, after a valiant effort in 19 minutes. Here's Martin. Sends it to the back row. Front center in the middle. Wiedemann rising up and hitting that one to the Wyoming area that time. She sailed that one out of bounds as it's 10-3, 7-point lead.
Independence and Beckman tied 7-7 in set number 2.
As Beckman leads that match 1-0. This one sent back and down by Macy Kleitsch. Nobody home for the CPU defense. The Hawks rolling here. Got to keep this play up here. They lead by 8, 11-3.
And this isn't the same CPU team we saw in game 1. They were a little more fluid in that first set here, but the Hawks can't fault the Hawks. They're playing much better here in this second set, and I think someone...
Line violation?
Yep, against CPU.
Up front there. Someone was up on that center court line. It's 12-3, 9-point lead. Back middle. Martin short arms this one into the net and gives CPU a point. 12-4 now, the 8-point advantage. 8-point lead here for the Stormin Pointers. The Hawks, I should say, over the Stormin Pointers. There is a diving effort, little left-handed shiver there by Kleitsch. Sent to the back row by Wiedemann. Nice save on the cover. Bumped up front. Now bumped over. Sideways bump by Martin. Front set right to left. Wiedemann rises up. Boy, slams it in the back row. Collier diving effort going left to right. Cannot get there. And the Hawks lead by 7 now. 12. Wonder why she's going to play at the
Can't figure it out.
college level. South Dakota. We're lucky to have her. She can rise up and smack that ball. And this is a block by her. Or was it by Woldridge? Woldridge got her hand in there. Allison. The tall figure of Allison Woldridge, the senior, going to Drake to play basketball.
John, I'm looking for baked goods. All the points are going to Woolridge today.
She's got at least 10 blocks on the night, I think. 12-7. And you're going to be sharing those baked goods, right?
We'll see.
5-point lead. Timeout on the floor by West Delaware. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
This is Phil from Gateway Appliance in Manchester. When you need service, call us. If it's time for a new appliance, we have the selection you're looking for. Gateway Appliance Sales and Service, 111 West Main Street in Manchester. Or find us online at gateway.biz. That's G, the number 8, WAY.biz, and on Facebook.
Anderson is the leader in doors and windows. They set the bar high with high-performing, dependable, energy-efficient products for your renovation and building projects. Contact your local vendor, Delhi Lumber, at 922-2404 for all of your window needs. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson Windows dealer, big-town quality with small-town service.
This is Dr. Tim Collier from Dental Associates of Manchester. We take pride in the environment we provide our patients with a caring attitude and unsurpassed comfort. For the kind, compassionate, and competent dental care you deserve, call us at 927-GRIN. Dental Associates of Manchester, creating healthy smiles for life.
John and Jamie back with you, along with studio producer Rob Edwards. Back on East Main Street, Manchester, inside the KMCH studios. Claire Demmer with her 6th kill here in the contest to make the lead 13-7. And there's a miss hit by CPU on the ace serve by Peyton Lindauer.
And this is where the Hawks, I talked about it in the first game of the night against Makokata. Saturday, they had a little trouble finishing games. And this is a situation. You're up, you got a 7-point lead, you're at 14 points, you got to finish, get 7 more.
This is sent over, now popped up by Grunmeyer. Woolridge getting a hand on it. Kriegel now hitting it over is Wiedemann. Here is Hauser. Short arms it into the net on the left side. And the 14-7 lead now in favor of the Hawks.
14-8.
And they did not give the point quick enough. 14-8, 6-point lead. 14-10, Beckman leading over Independence to our left. Right to left here. Wiedemann hits it too hard out the back end. Is that Wiedemann or was that Kono?
Kono.
Emily Kono, the sophomore. They kind of look alike. 16 and 13, the number difference there, but
blonde hair.
Yeah, blonde hair, similar build. There's a bump up front, slam down by Woldridge. She got a big piece of net, but it was with the ball, and that took it over the net, fell down for the Hawks to get there. 15-9 Hawks by 6 now, and back to serve here. Callie Neighbor. Neighbor is a senior. As back middle, she rifles this one over. Lindauer touches it first. Now Kleitsch, a sideways bump up front. Little tap over by Allison Collier. Back set for the kill and got it to go. Kalen Fox, the junior, with her third kill here in this third match of the night for both teams. Hawks by 5, 15-10. Beckman leads by 1 now. Indy on a little comeback, 14-13. Beckman leads that match 1-0. Battle of two ranked teams there. As here's a little tap, trying to place it, but just outside the line. Collier could not sneak it in. It's 15-11. As that matchup is Beckman at 25-11 against Independence at 30-6. Indy number 10 in 4A. Beckman number 11 in 3A. And there is another miss hit there. Goes off of West Delaware. It'll be CPU ball. They trail by 3. Hawks lead by 3, 15-12. And here's another rifle over Lindauer. Front set, right to left. Collier, back row, out of bounds. Too far out the back side, and CPU has climbed within 2. And Coach Mather wants a timeout. 15-13. As Beckman and Indy are tied up. 14 all. As the Blazers trying to get the ball over, and that one pinballs off of Indy's defense. And a point there for Beckman as they lead now 15-14. Every match tonight has been a 2-0 decision. On the night, and they've all go 2-0 here. The other half of the conference playing at South Tama tonight. As Western Dubuque, our only area coverage team, playing Central DeWitt, South Tama, and a toughie right now going on there as they take on Marion. Hawks lead by 2, trying to hang on. Up by as much as 7 in this game number 2. The Hawks fell in game 1, 21-18 in 19 minutes, exactly 19 minutes, as this one is hit over by Collier. But CPU taps it back over in the form of Kono, and it falls down. Kleitsch gets it over, her third of the game here. At 16-13, 3-point lead. Kleitsch back left corner to serve. Angles this one in the back row. Wiedemann, front set, right to left. Angles this one down. Nice hit there by Kono, the sophomore. As Kono second on the team in kills with 179. She can bring it too. Only a sophomore. Back right side is Morgan Huseman. Huseman, a junior. Hawks by 2, 16-14. It's served over. Collier. Now back to Collier off the set by Kleitsch, and she got it over the head of Kriegel and just shy of Wiedemann. She couldn't get there in time as Wiedemann not able to come up and get that one. It's 3-point lead. 17-14. Hawks are 4 points away from forcing the third set of the night here. This one's popped up by Kriegel. Sideways bump. Right to left. Diving effort. Collier and Baskey collide, but able to come up with it, and now this one hits the floor. Kriegel hit it up in the air. Usman not able to get there in time. It falls down. CPU takes a timeout. Hawks are 3 points away. They lead 18-14, and we're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Jay's Auto Supercenter in Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. That's Jay's Auto. Customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Jay's Auto!
Hi, this is Jamie Vaskey at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Back into Makokata. Hawks lead by 4, 18-14. Front set, Demmer with the hammer over the net. Nobody there on the cover for CPU. 19-14, 5-point lead. Hawks are 2 points away. It's 19-18, a close barn burner to our left. There's a battle of top-ranked teams in their respective classes. 4A for Independence, 3A for Beckman. As Beckman leading 19-18, make that 20-18 now for Beckman. It's 19-15 here. West Delaware leading Center Point Urbana, the number 7 team in Class 4A CPU. Hawks trying to pull off the upset and take a 3-0 record into championship bracket play on Thursday in Marion. There's a short arm serve into the net by Riley Clark, a junior. First time in here in this match as the Hawks lead by 5, 20-15. 1 point away, forcing it to set number 3. And 21-18 is our final there. Beckman shuts out Independence. And this one will get down Delaney McSweeney, who third kill here in the match. So Beckman moves on at 2-0. 2-0 win there. So they go 3-0 on the night. Front set, hammer down, but getting the cover is Riley Clark. Wiedemann pops it over. Clark. Now a bump up in the air by Baskey. This is hit to the back row and out of bounds. Too hardly hit there, and it's 20-17. 3-point lead here in favor of the Hawks. Kringle lines it over to her counterpart, Libero Baskey. This is a little tap over by Collier. Front set at the net, slamming it down as Wildridge sneaking in near the far side, right in front of the West Delaware bench. And CPU has battled back to within 2. Hawks lead 20-18. Here is Kringle, angles over right to left. Tapped around, pinballed around the net. Up front set, Wiedemann rises up for the block. Claire Demmer with a hellacious block with her left hand. And the Hawks have forced the third game of the night. No other team has taken it to a third set here tonight. Everything's been 2-0 until now. The winner will have to win 2-1 as the Hawks with the victory 21-18 here in this one as well, as this one lasts 17 minutes. The Hawks and the CPU Storm Pointers are tied up at 1 set apiece as and Beckman won by that 21-18 score. Talked about them moving on to 3-0 on Thursday. So this is the final match tonight. We go to set number 3. We'll come back and have it for you right here from KMCH Sports.
Family fun and great food await you at Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille's Sports Bar. Come out for a fun night of bowling or watch the big game on their 10-foot HD big screen. And of course, great food and your favorite beverages. Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille's Sports Bar on East Main in Manchester.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Biofield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Biofield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
Your family.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
Back into Maquoketa High School Gymnasium, John and Jamie, as we get ready for set number 3. This one goes to 15 points. We're tied up at 1 here in this final match of the night for both teams. CPU, 7th-ranked team in 4A. The Hawks unranked in Class 3A. This one swatted over by McSweeney, and on the return hit, it hits the near side antenna out of bounds, and CPU goes up 1-0.
Yeah, that was a tough one. As she hit it, I mean, she really put a lot of heat on that one, and Hawks unable to return it. So a little bit of different strategy here in these deciding sets is you can't fall behind by too much, and because this game's only going to 15. So that's it changes your strategy a little bit.
Hawks get a point there. It's hit out of bounds by CPU. 1-1 it is. Here is a hit out of bounds there. Just trading early points here, 2-1. In favor of CPU now. Vasky comes in. Elson Collier takes a breather. Vasky joins Voss and Lauren Collier in the back row. Vasky gets the first hit off the serve. This one is stuck in. Right down the corner in front of us. Collier able to get it in. As it's tied up at 2. That is her 8th kill here in this third match. As Martin will come in to serve. Joanna Voss takes a breather. It's Kleitsch, Claire Demmer, and Hauser, Ava Hauser up front. This one served over by Martin. Front set. Can't reach it was Woldridge, and a 4-hit violation called. They say she got a fingernail on it, and then Kriegel came and tried to hit it over, and top official Dan Nauman says, no, that's not legal. 3-2, Martin serves it over. From the middle, Wiedemann pops it over, Martin. The bump by Kleitsch, sent back road by Lauren Collier. Here's Wiedemann rising up. We have whistles first. 2-hit violation off the set. Thank goodness, because that split the block and went down there off the hands of Wiedemann, but the Hawks get the point. They lead here. 4-2. Back middle, Martin. Lofts it over and got it down the 8th serve indeed by Allie Martin. Riley Clark, the junior, couldn't get there in time, and right away, CPU a timeout. Hawks lead 5-2, as we will keep it right here and recap some scores here.
That's what we were talking about. Is the strategy changes here. You can't afford in these games that go to 15. You can't afford to get down by too many points. So that's why calling the early timeout there.
5-2, 3-point lead. So Beckman moves on with 3 wins tonight. 3-0 for the Beckman Blazers. So Hawks, CPU 2-0 right now. Independence finishes the night at 2-1. The top 8 teams out of the 16 playing tonight, 8 here and 8 in South Tama, will go to the championship bracket of bracket play on Thursday starting at 4 o'clock. So we'll either have first round action for the Hawks at 4 or 5 p.m. for Marion High School on Thursday late afternoon. 5-2 Hawks. Martin will serve it over. Hit up by Wiedemann. Now front set back to Wiedemann. Hard hit, and Collier sends this one deep and out of bounds. 5-3 now. And again, talk about the hard hitting of Abigail Wiedemann on her way to play volleyball for South Dakota. And
I think I'd just let it bounce.
Play it off the bounce?
Yeah.
It's not legal in volleyball.
Run out of the way.
Yeah, I would probably do that. Hauser from the left side. Now it's tossed up in the middle. A bump set from the middle. Here's Wiedemann. Just a little tap, and she hits that one out of bounds. That one was over the head of Martin. She turned and looked. The eagle eye there from Allie Martin. 6-3, 3-point lead. As Martin now tying her left shoe. Lindauer getting set to serve for the back middle. Lindauer sends this to the back row. It's bumped up front. Now sideways bump to Wiedemann. It's touched by Kleitsch. Tossed up front by Wiedemann. Now Hauser back row. She sneak it in? No. Just outside the back line. And it's 6-4, 2-point lead. As this is Wiedemann serving from the back left corner. Down the line. Front set. The hammer got it in. Lauren Collier gets another kill. That is 9 on the night for Collier, and 7-4 is the lead now as the Hawks with the 3-point advantage. Baskey for the right back corner. She'll send it in the back row. Tossed up front. A little one-handed slapper over there. Front set with a tap over by Collier. Got it to go. Lauren Collier, her 10th kill of the night. Came in this match with 261 kills, leading the Hawks. It's 8-4. Baskey drops in the middle. From a knees, nice dig there by Woldridge. Back set, little tap over by Collier. It's into the net, but they get it out. CPU taps it over in 3 by Hoosman, and down there, slamming it down is Macy Kleitch. And that is her 4th kill of the match, and the Hawks extend their lead to 5. It's 9-4.
And she fooled everybody on that one. Looked like she was going for the set, and at the last second, she threw it down two-handed and got the kill for the Hawks.
5-point advantage. Hawks are 6 points away as we go to 15 points in the set number 3 front set. Here's the hammer over. Plays it off the net. Took a weird angle, and Martin tried to play it sideways. Hit it, but behind her and out of bounds. So the 9-5 lead now. 4-point advantage for the Hawks. As serving back middle will be Woldridge. Woldridge, the senior, on the way to play women's basketball at Drake. Up front, little sideways shiver there by Clark. Front set for the hard kill. Kono, nice cover by Lindauer. Popped up by Baskey. Bumping over will be Lindauer. 9-5, Hawks by 4. And the Hawks couldn't get to the middle of the breadbasket. A little left-handed shiver there by, is that 14 or? Hoosman, the junior, gets credit. 3-point lead. Back serving again is Woldridge. She angles this one over. Baskey up front. Back set. Here is the toss, and it's out of bounds. So Collier sends it too hard off the back line, and it's 9-7. A timeout. Timeout on the floor by the Hawks. 9-7, 2-point CPU lead. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team. The Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Stop by Dyersville Comics and Games, your local comic book and gaming store today. Gaming events go on daily, and there is a great selection of comics and games to choose from. It's definitely worth a stop. Dyersville Comic and Games, located on 2nd Avenue Southeast in Dyersville. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches on a successful season.
Back into Makokata. Here's a 2-hit violation called on CPU on the hit trying to go over. Now the captain, Wiedemann, goes over and asks for the explanation from the top official, Dan Almond. And it's 10-7. 5 points away to the Hawks. They lead by 3. Fans sticking around here are getting their money's worth in this final match of the night. A hard slam down there by Callan Fox, the junior, and the 2-point lead, 10-8 now. As coming back in is McSweeney. Taking a breather is Neighbor for CPU. The Hawks have Kleitch, Lauren Collier, Kyra Vasky, Lindauer, Voss, and Allison Collier in there. Lauren Collier slams that one, but it's popped up in the air right away. Kriegel down from the middle. Wait a minute. Kleitch is there. Sideways bump for the set by Vasky. Kleitch hammers it over, but CPU on the cover. A little tap over to the back row. Vasky, hard hit, blocked back over, but the Hawks able to answer. Kleitch now taps it in the middle. There's Kriegel, back set. Here's McSweeney hitting it over. Nice volley here on the longest of the night. This is a push over. And we've got a line or net? Line violation called on CPU. 3-point lead, 11-8. Right back corner is Collier. Collier sends it to the back row where it is in. Snuck it in. Kriegel turned and looked, thinking it was going to be out of bounds. But it just kissed inside the back line. The Hawks lead by 4, 3 points away. Here's Collier. For the back middle, angling. That's going to be too hard out the back end, out of bounds. 12-9, 3-point lead as the Hawks are 3 points away. And serving back middle, here is Emily Kono. Kono will toss it over to the middle. Baskey up front, front set. Dimmer with a little hit over, diving cover. Wiedemann in the back row. All by herself back there was Collier. She tried to go to her right and hit it sideways and out of bounds. 2-point lead, 12-10. The advantage here for the Hawks. As again, serving is Kono. She'll hit it harder this time. Baskey in the back row. Bump to Collier up front. Little tap over. And it, what have we got? Out of bounds, right? Yeah. Call out of bounds on the Hawks. As it'll be CPU. Down by 1 now. And a timeout. Coach Mather wants a timeout here on the floor. 12-11. The 1-point advantage as the Hawks battle the 7th-ranked team in Class 4A. The center pointer, Urbana Storm and Pointers. As CPU played a couple of close matches but lost to Cedar Falls over the weekend at their home tournament. They went 3-2 with wins over Solon, Waterloo West, and the 3rd-ranked team in the 3A, Waterloo Columbus, beating them 2-1. That could be a possible opponent in the postseason for the West Delaware Hawks, as they would match up with them 2nd round in Manchester, the Sailors of Waterloo Columbus. 12-11, 1-point lead here. And both teams trying to ground out their 3rd win of the night here. And back middle is Kono. Ready to send it over off the serve. She does to Vasky. Up front, front set. Here's a hammer by Dimmer. It was touched at the net. And the Hawks get the point to go ahead by 2. And they're 2 points away from claiming the match. It's 13-11. And a timeout for Coach Hoosman. A quick timeout here. We'll take it back right after this from KMCH Sports.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at ForBrowns.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
Back into Macokota. Wiedemann with the kill there. She snuck it in the far side in front of Coach Mather and company. It's 13-12. Back to a 1-point lead. It's Kriegel back to serve it for CPU. Peyton Kriegel, a sophomore, for the Storm and Pointers. The libero. And she angles that over to her counterpart. Baskey hit it sideways. Now a little push over, covered by Wiedemann. It was close to being out of bounds, but she played it. Blocked back over by Dimmer. Woldridge at the net. She didn't go high enough there. She just kind of hit it flat-footed, didn't really jump. And Dimmer jumped up and slammed it over her. 14-12. Game and match point coming here.
Yeah, great job there by Claire. Just full concentration, and that's a lot of what blocking is. You just got to pay close to a lot of concentration. So great job by the Hawks.
Front set. Here is a block punched up in the air by Dimmer. Now almost miscommunication and what they call it, 4 hits. Vasky and Collier, and the miss-hit violation called there, and it's back to a 1-point game, 14-13. And back middle, ready to serve it over. This is Neighbor, hit sideways, near out of bounds. Martin gets it back on the floor. Vasky taps it over. Kriegel, now a push, but it's out of bounds. Hauser trying to place it, but it was out of bounds. Just outside the line. And we're tied at 14. Why would we expect any different with this one?
Exactly. It's just great game by both of these teams here.
They're going to call the carry It was an awkward low ball. Martin popped it up, and Collier, it went to her sideways. Collier had to act fast. 15-14. CPU has came back. Back middle, front set, little tap over. It's hit awkwardly, and that one bounces out of bounds. Hawks have tied it up. We're knotted at 15. Exciting match here in this one. Subs in. Lindauer will come back in to serve. Up front is Lauren Collier, Macy Kleitch, and Ava Hauser. In the middle, Martin and Vansky. Lindauer back to serve, back middle. Knotted at 15. Wiedemann, back set. Woolridge, little tap over. Hauser, diving effort with Vansky, couldn't get there in time. And it's 16-15. CPU takes another 1-point lead. And serving back left side, this is Wiedemann. Wiedemann now. Front set. Collier hits it back low. Wiedemann hits it out of bounds. Right in front of the CPU bench. And hustling over there was Hoosman. She hit it right behind the bench. That hits one of the assistant coaches on the large coaching staff for CPU. We're tied at 16. Vansky now. Off the serve. Back set. Oh, over the net. She was able to back set it, but over the net and down. Vansky couldn't get there in time. And it's back to a 1-point CPU lead. 17-16. Back middle is Wooldridge. Allison smacks it over. Martin up front. Will have left-handed shiver. No can do. Match point here, and there it is. Smacks it in the back row, and who else? That's Abigail Wiedemann. The senior comes through when they need it the most. And this one lasts 17 minutes to 15 points. It went extra point session there, 18-16. The Hawks take CPU 2-1. But fall here on the night to 2-1 as they move on. CPU improves to 3. And, so just not enough for the Hawks in this one. A valiant effort. You like their play there. Just not enough in the end. And CPU, of course, we talked about, ranked 7th at 4A, very talented team.
Yeah, they are, and they showed it there, coming back. And you talked about Wiedemann, that leadership that she showed, getting that final kill and making some good plays down the stretch and coming away with the win for CPU here tonight. But I tell you what, Coach Mather says he didn't think, as of still doesn't have, the girls aren't the best that they're going to be yet this year. And I think tonight they took a big step towards getting the best, being the best that they can be, and they're doing it at the right time of the year.
As the Hawks drop the final match of the night 2-1 as 21-18 in the first one in favor of CPU. The Hawks came back and won 21-18 in the second one, and then they dropped the last one in the final score of 18-16, a total match that lasted 53 minutes as their second round win over Benton Community took 36 minutes in the first one with Maquoketa to win earlier. That started way back before 4 o'clock this afternoon. Took 26 minutes. As we will wrap it up here and get on our way on this Tuesday night, we'll be back with West Delaware volleyball either at 4 or 5 o'clock on Thursday at Marion, as the Hawks will be in the championship bracket, and they will face some good competition on Thursday at Marion. As Beckman moves on at 3-0, Independence at 2-1. Anamosa with a 1 win tonight. They beat Vinton Schellsburg. They move on at 1-2. We'll have all the scores and the winners coming up from both sites here and South Tama on the Sportscast tomorrow, and tell you where and when the teams will play. No, it will be at Marion, I should say, on Thursday for the second half of the 2017 WAMAC Conference Tournament bracket play coming up on Thursday. And thanks for your time and helping me out here, Jamie. And it was a good night of volleyball. Finished with great play there and a good test for the Hawks. Hopefully they can use that moving forward here.
They should be able to. And I tell you what, we talked about Wiedemann being that senior leader for CPU. I tell you what, Lauren Collier tonight, she was a senior leader for the Hawks. She 27 kills on the night. She finished in that last game with 11. Claire Demmer right there, 23 kills on the night, and that's in 3 games. So those are those are the two, start those big, tall leaders that the Hawks need, and they did a great job here tonight, finishing out the night. Some other numbers: Allison Collier finished with 10 tonight. Macy Kleitch had 9. Heather Hines had 4, and Joanna Voss finished with 7 on the night. So the Hawks, they played well, and that's you continue that going into Thursday night down in Marion, and get ready for the postseason next week. You just continue to get better, and I think with Coach Mather, it's been proven he's had success, so he knows what to do, with every different kind of team that he's had, and just looking at what this team has done in the last couple of weeks, improving the way they have, it's going to be fun to watch down the stretch, I think.
No doubt about it. The conference tournament record now for the Hawks since 2009, past now the 9 seasons, 38-8 is the record, with titles, 6 conference tournament titles all time, and 2 in the last 9 years. Travel to Marion on Thursday for more West Delaware Walmart Conference Volleyball Tournament coverage. That's going to do it tonight. Thanks in studio producer Rob Edwards, for my partner Jamie Vasky. John Swisher saying have yourselves a good and safe rest of your Tuesday night. So long, everybody, from Maquoketa, Iowa.
This is Jamie Vasky, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast.